Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. This news is really a sad one, and it clearly gives us an idea, an inkling to the fact that in every profession, there are always those who we know as professionals or who we see as those who are custodian of those profession. It may or may not be correct, but this is really a sad one. Before we go into the newspaper to find out what is causing a lot of debate on and off social media, I'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. I'll try and be as fast as I can and audible as well. Well, in recent time, there was a bringing down of a header by suspected people of Ipob or ESN, alleged, may not be, it may be, in Enugu State, has left his family, his Igbo employer, and those who knew him in grief. The header, whose name is Muhammadu Alarabe, alias Obodo, had been taking care of the cattle of a prominent Igbo family for over 20 years before he was brought down on that fateful Wednesday, January 19, 2022. The assailant who also brought him down and brought some of the cows of Alarabe's master, which is Chief Peter Chukwuwani Anyabo, a famous cattle dealer in Enugu State, who inherited the business from his late father. Onyabo is said to be a prominent cow merchant at Ubokwa, Nkanu East local government area of the state. The Onyabo family is reputed to be the most famous in the cattle business in the area for over 200 years. Even though Onyado described the assailant as UGM, the action has been hallmarks of ESN, the arm wing of the Ipob, which has severely brought down herdsmen in the southeast part of the country. Some natives in the area also said it might not be unconnected with the Ipob's warning that sale and consumption of cow meat would no longer be allowed in the southeast. The release conveyed the warning was attributed to Ipob spokesman Ima Powerful. Meanwhile, the police are yet to make any arrests concerning this move. The spokesman of the State Command, ASP Daniel Ndukwe, said he was yet to get the details of the matter and may issue a statement. Sadly, some people celebrated the bringing down of this Alarabe on social media. A video clip circulated on social media last week showed the Alarabe remains covered in blood and was not a nice one, and many cows were brought down while others were in severe pains due to various degree of their injuries. Although some voices in the video were heard bemoaning this callous move, no one mentioned the location of the sad event. However, to ascertain the reality of the matter, Daily Trust went to Akuike Autonomous Community in Enugu South local government area, where the rumors said the incident took place. Later, the search continued and ended in faraway Ogbokwa in Nkanu East local government, Nkanu East Council area of Enugu State, where Onyabu 62 narrated how the sad incident occurred. It happened at about 5:25 p.m. According to him, I quote him, said, "I was sitting here in the veranda discussing with some of my customers who came to buy cows on that fateful day. I sell my cows here. I don't take them, that's the cows, I don't take them to the market. People come from far and near to buy from me. That has been our family business over the years. As I was discussing with the buyers and presenting the kola nut, I served to welcome them. Shortly into the discussion, we started hearing sporadic gunshots ranting in the air almost in front of our family compound from across the road. I stood up to go out and see what was happening, but my wife restrained me, saying that the UGM are bringing down our cows, that I shouldn't step out. Even my customers warned me against moving out. And before a twinkle of an eye, the UGM had brought down 22 cows. Among the cows, there were some I used to sell 700,000 naira each. So do the maths. That's 700,000 naira times 22. My God, lost money. Because of their huge sizes, there were some cows that ran into the bush with wounds, and they were later found and recovered from the bush. 8 of them that sustained those wounds later died. My dear, misfortune has really befallen me, he said. Onyado said, shortly after this operation by UGM, the SPA to Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi made some contact with security operatives who later came to inspect the scene of the crime. He said a team of soldiers from the 82 Division of the Nigerian Army, Enugu, was first to visit the place. He said later the chairman of Traditional Rulers Security Committee in Enugu State, comprising 17 local government areas, Igwe Emmanuel Oko of Ibiakwo Nike in Enugu East local government area, led a team that visited the place. The team later held a security meeting in his palace at Ibiakwo Nike, where it was decided that a formal letter would be written to the state government concerning the ugly development. The following day, January 20th, men of the DSS came with personnel of the mobile police force. They all interviewed me and I told them how it happened. They said they work on it, he said. Onyagbo recalled that in 2013, a band of cattle rogues had in the dead of the night stormed his mini ranch within the family compound and stole 35 cows. Onyagbo said the most painful part of the attack was the cruel murder of his herdsman Alaraba, who he said did not resist them, yet they brought him down. He did not resist them. He said, they brought down Obodo. He was given an Igbo name as an indigene because he has spent 20 years serving us, even during those days of my father. If he were alive today, you wouldn't even be seeing these cows in the ranch. He would have taken them to the bush where they would graze. According to Enyabo, Alaraba hailed from Kwara State, but his father migrated from Niger Republic. Okay? His father migrated from Niger Republic, but he now stays in Kwara State, but now came down to Enugu. Alhaji Ibrahim Taiwo, who is living in Sheki, Oyo State, was the person that connected him to us. Alhaji Taiwo was the person who was doing business with my father before I was introduced to it. Obodo died a Muslim, married to 2 wives, and had several children. Onyabo said, adding that the relevant contact had been made. He said the relations of the deceased, those in Sheki, Oyo State, have communicated with the Muslim here to bury Obodo, and that they would still come to console me for the tragedy that occurred. I'm just handicapped now. He said he was saddened by the death of Obodo. I was told that he was telling the UGM that he was not the owner of the cows, that Peter Inweke Umbede Chukwani Anyebo was the owner, but they still brought him down. They brought him down at very close range and he went down, he said. Onyabo said he could not understand what the present generation is degenerating to, compared to the days of his grandfather, and even his father, when honesty and truth were the order of the day. At the time, I had over 200 sheep here, but now I have no sheep because of theft. There is hunger and society is bad now. This is unlike when my parents were doing this business. In those days, people were content with what they had. The type of life people are living in these days is not like that of the people of those days. That is the problem. We used to travel to Maduguri and other places, but I no longer travel. I only use my phone and the banks to transact business. The next thing a trailer would bring the cows. I hardly travel to the north these days, he said. But why does he think he's often a target for rogues and outlaws? He answered, go around the community and ask people about me. I'm a peacemaker, and I help people here. Anyone whose father dies and he doesn't have money to buy a cow, if such a person approaches me, I will sell to them on credit. That was the practice of my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my father. He said, a former staff of the Nigerian Port Authority MP at One in Rivers State, Onyabo, decided to leave his job to join the family business full-time soon after his father's death. I used to work as a civil servant with the Nigerian Port Authority NPA, specifically at One Wharf in Rivers State. But because my father died, I left the job to join the throne. That's our family business, he said. In an interview with Daily Trust, the zonal chairman of Miti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, in the southeast, Gidado Sediki, described this bringing down of Alarabe as an unprovoked one. We are law-abiding citizens and we strongly condemn what is happening to our members. Our people are being brought down and little or nothing is being done to protect them. While we always caution our members against doing anything against the law, we also force them to pay compensation when they do something wrong like encroaching into farmlands. Sadly, this is not the case. When our people or cows are being brought down, we therefore call on the federal government to seriously intervene. This is really a sad one. And from all indication, he did not come on his own. He was actually working on his boss's cows. And the boss here is an Igbo businessman. We have heard it all. This is exactly how it happened.